So my Freightliner is ready. I'm at this commercial truck utility emergency dealer. So it turns out the air dryer was defective. That's why it was leaking all air, couldn't build up pressure, and emergency brakes applied yesterday. They had to tow it over here. And our other driver dropped me off, so I'm just waiting. They're bringing the truck. But while I'm standing there, I see this. Look at this. This is CV, some kind of like international. CV International. The guy has, yes, he says international. But the guy has, look, so he has a fifth wheel. Look at the exhaust. This is, I think this is like what, 10 inches? But funny enough, oh, that's where he puts fuel in. Funny enough, no wait, that cannot be fuel. Fuel is over here. Funny enough, that's the pipe. So you can see that over here nothing is connected. So the exhaust is connected only to one pipe. But interesting tracking solution, you know. So yeah, now everything seems to be good. That's the culprit. That's the pressure was basically was cycling, losing pressure, building up pressure, losing pressure, building up pressure, and then Tuesday it just died because the valve could not stay open, and the compressor was pumping, but no air was coming in, and so emergency brakes applied when I was leaving the yard with two machines. So we transloaded them to another truck, and they called a tow truck, but it only took them a day. So they're saying the problem was defective air dryer. So, and I was supposed to do a pickup, but it's too late now. It's already what, 4:30. So they just told me grab the truck and bring it to the yard. And in other news, because we had some deliveries, like this is probably third time I go to that customer. He requests each time a mini excavator, a buggy on tracks, buggy with kind of like a mini loader, you know, where you can load stuff, but it's not like a bobcat. It has a kind of like a basket at the top where you can put dirt and gravel, stuff like that. And then that thing you can also dump. There's a couple of levers, and that thing just dumps. So it's kind of like almost like a mini truck, you know, truck with a bed, you know, like one of those gravel trucks, right? Except it's a mini version, and there's no cab, and you stand in the back on little foothold plate. And so the excavator, this buggy on tracks, and also a tamper, 140-pound tamper. So the tamper weighs 140 pounds. And so last time I was there, 2 times actually, I used the Freightliner. With the Freightliner it was relatively easy. I just tilted the bed, drop it down, used the excavator to lift the tamper and put it in the buggy's bucket, because then it's enclosed by walls, so it's a blocked load. And then just use 4 chains on, you know, 2 chains on each excavator and buggy. But now my Freightliner was broken, right? And the other driver, the other Freightliner was busy doing something else. So the boss says, grab a pickup truck and hook up a trailer and do this. And I look at the first page. At first I think I see the excavator. Okay, one excavator. But then I look up at the address and it sounds familiar. and the customer's name sounds familiar. And I remember that this guy always offers these 3 machines. Like over the past 2 weeks, I think probably I've been there at least 2 times. 2 times to deliver, 2 times to pick up. And so I look closely at my paperwork, and sure enough, below on the second page, like the first page just shows the excavator, but the second page shows buggy on tracks and temper. Holy moly, so same as always, huh? He has some kind of a project going on. I think he's building something in the backyard there, and he has lots of super bags with something. I think it's probably cement, you know, like dry concrete, something like that. And so I was running around. It took a while to load those 3 pieces of equipment, especially since the temper I had to use the excavator. Just hook up a chain to the bucket and carefully place it inside the buggy. One of the guys in the shop looks at me how I'm doing this, and he says, how are you gonna tie it down? I said, you ever heard the expression blocked load? Why would I tie it down? It's in the basket. It's kind of like you see construction guys, they carry like a bobcat inside a dump, you know, bed inside the truck, right? It's a blocked load. It cannot go anywhere. The guy just shrugged. I said, okay. And while I'm running around doing this, I left my phone in the pickup truck. So I was loading the excavator, the buggy. The chains are too short. I'm moving the buggy forward, moving it backwards, trying to make the chain reach the D-ring. And then finally I'm done. I get in the truck and I grab my phone to see if there's any messages. I keep checking for that TNDL, you know, the license from City of Calgary, so that I can use Durango for Uber. But I don't see any emails from City of Calgary, but I see a text message from the rental company, and it says, time sensitive. Your car has been booked. What? And you know, nothing was happening like for a week or more than a week after everything was approved. The listing was live, but nothing was happening. So I think yesterday I went in and I changed the main picture just to show the side of the vehicle, because before it was kind of like showing more of the hood, you know, and now I just showed the side, and I changed the description. Like the first sentence became, this is a full-size SUV with all-wheel drive and seats for 7 people, you know. So basically I removed some stuff that I thought it would be cute, and just left very detailed you know, description of the vehicle, all the bells and whistles, you know, like sunroof, 9 speakers, subwoofer, navigation, you know, kind of like listed all the features, you know. People don't want cute descriptions, they want facts, right? And so I did that, and I think that one helped. And I still, you know, I was still thinking of taking some nice photos with my fancy camera, right? I have a great lens, great camera, but so far I only took pictures with with a cell phone. But I thought I would find, but now it gets dark real early. Like you see now, I'm driving back at, what is it, 4:30, and it's already dark. Well, not dark, but there's no sun. The sun is gone. And so for good pictures, I need the sun. So this Saturday, I'm not working. So I think I'm gonna try to think of a location, like something, interesting where I can drive this Durango. Actually, wait a second. Yeah, Saturday is gonna be on rental. Son of a gun. But anyway, so I looked at that message, and yeah, some guy finally booked my brand new Dodge Durango for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they requested a delivery, which I charge them $85 for, which the delivery charge covers both the delivery and the pickup. And I was so excited that I didn't even look at the address where the delivery was, because in my setting on the app, you can choose the radius, and I chose, okay, custom setting. I will deliver within 20 kilometers of my zip code, or my postal code. But this guy, now finally, when I had the lunch break, I look at the address, and the town is not Calgary, it's Chestermere. And for those who are familiar with Calgary, Chestermere, or not familiar with Calgary, Chestermere is basically that way. That's Highway 16. So it's east of here, maybe 5, 7, 8 kilometers from this particular location. So I started Google Maps, and I did the route from my home to Chestermere to the address this guy indicated, and it says 28 kilometers. Like, wait a second, how were you able to book a delivery that's farther away than what I requested, And so I sent him a message. I said, like, they have a messaging system similar to like Facebook, where you can do instant message. So I sent the guy a message. I said, thanks for booking, I'll be in touch with details shortly. And then I sent him a message about this. I said, your delivery location is 28 kilometers from my home. My setting on the app says 20. And he says, oh, so then it's not possible? And I said, did they charge you for delivery? He says, yes, $85. I said, okay, I'll deliver. I'll deal with them later, but he's the first customer, right? So I just sent him a message. I said, oh, and he was so happy. He says, oh, deliver, okay, that's automatic 5 stars that you're going out of your way to deliver. I said, yeah, you're the first customer on this car. Didn't tell him that he was my first customer with this rental company. I said, you're the first driver, pretty much the first rental driver with this Durango. So I said, I want to make the experience as nice as possible, and I will appreciate a review afterwards, because yeah, that's what I'm doing this now, not for money, but for reviews, because I need to get my search results up, because right now my car shows at the very bottom of the pile, because there's no trips, no reviews. So now if this guy doesn't wreck it, if I can still rent it out, the listing should say 1 trip, 1 review, at least something, right? And then when I have 3 or 5 reviews, then I can start, maybe raising prices from the automatic model to something more custom, like when there's some holiday or something. And then as I was driving and thinking about this, I realized about the delivery issue. I realized that the setting was a radius. You can set the custom location as a radius of, let's say, of your home, right? And so I used the radius, but then I realized that when I was using Google Maps, it's not as, you know, the expression crow flies, right? It's on the road, and that's why it was 28 kilometers. And I thought, yeah, that's why the app allowed this guy to book this this car, is because the radius is probably less than 20 kilometers. But if you go on the road, you know, you don't go in a straight line, right? So it's something to remember for myself. You know, I'll make a mental note, maybe change that setting to, I don't know, 15 kilometer radius, because yeah, this is too far. You know, 28 kilometers, it would cost me probably 35 bucks for Uber to deliver and then pick up. So that's $70, and I charge the guy 85. So, but anyway, again, right now I'm not worried about the money. The rental is cheap. Right now the goal is to impress customers, get some good reviews, and get some trips under the belt. And now the first order of business, when I get home, I thought I would be doing Uber today, but no, I need to take care of this. So at least he gave me lots of notice. Today is Wednesday, but this guy needs the car on Friday in the afternoon. And so I told him that I will deliver early morning Friday, because it looks like a house, so I'll just park it in his driveway. And on Amazon I bought those lockable cases with magnets. That's what my friend in Montana said. Yeah, Montana. That's what he uses. Basically, he hides the key, and then when the customer, he asks the customer to take a selfie with his driver's license next to his face to make sure it's the same person who booked the car. And when he receives the photo, he tells them where the key is. And so because I'm working Friday, right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive the car early morning, like probably 5 o'clock, 4:30, to his location, drop it there, and then hopefully I can get Uber or Lyft. Actually, wait, I don't even have Uber. Uber was having some issues with my phone number, like as a guest, you know, like I have Uber as a driver. So last time I used Lyft, but I don't know if there'll be Lyft so early in the morning from Chestermere. We'll see. So I might end up being late for work, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, and then the rental company already sent me a couple of reminders what to do. So the next step is print out the rental contract in case a cop stops them, like why are they in this vehicle, and then I'm gonna make a copy of my registration or title. And the last one is, they recommend printing out kind of like a emergency card, you know, like with phone numbers and stuff, like who to call if something goes wrong. Again, from this rental company, they will take care of any issues. And so yeah, and they said also put in my insurance. I don't know why I shall put my insurance, but tonight I'm gonna have a consultation with my friend in Montana about this. I sent him a message. I said, hey, finally have a booking. And he said, congrats, I'll call you later tonight. And I said, yeah, I would appreciate some tips, you know, for the first time. And also another step is you have to take 25, 30, even 50 pictures of your car within 24 hours before the rental. And the company says that these must be fresh pictures. Do not use something from like 2 years ago or whatever. Like in my case, you know, it's a 1-month-old car, but basically what it's for, you take these photos and you keep them on your phone or something, right, in case something happens, in case there's a claim. So the rental company requires you to take these pictures before, like 24 hours before the rental starts, and then 24 hours after. let's say if there's, you know, the guy returns the car and it has a bent fender or something, or a missing wheel, you know. So this way they look at the timestamp and they can confirm that, yeah, this was not here before the rental started, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of intricate details, and that's why I decided not to do Uber today. I'm gonna go home and take care of this, and then tomorrow, Thursday, after work, I'm gonna maybe go wash the car because it has some dirt after that snow we had last week. Wash the car, clean the floor mats. Like all the floor mats are clean except mine, you know, like the driver's side, because I drove it, and so there's some prints in there from dirt. And the car itself is clean. And oh, I have to top up gas because now I think it's like 3/4 to 50%. And the good news is that why these rentals are great is that I only pay for gas once, because the customer has to return the car fully fueled, you know. And so that's a big relief. Like compare that to me driving this car for Uber, right? There's gas. I have to buy gas from my own pocket. So even though it's not too much money right now, but in the summer prices will be 3-4 times higher. That's when you really make money, you know. Like now in winter, it's more like for my own experience, just to learn how things work and get some reviews under my belt, get some stars, you know. The goal, of course, is to be a 5-star, you know, car owner, so that customers are happy that, you know, the car was clean, communication was good. It was easy to receive and return. So yeah, I was kind of like, honestly, I was getting a bit desperate because I don't know, it's been listed for over a week and no questions, no messages. But I think what did help is that I changed the picture. I changed the main picture and I changed the description, made it much more informative. So yeah, but definitely when I get the car back, again, if it's still in one piece. Oh, he's returning it Sunday at I think 1 p.m. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab an Uber to Chestermere, take my pick up the car, and at, you know, 1 p.m. it's still gonna be daylight, and I'm gonna bring my cameras and go find a location and take some nice photos and replace those on the app I took with my phone. Make some nice professional photos, you know, because those I know they make a big difference. It's already dark. Yeah, winter is definitely coming. Yeah, so far the pressure stays. I don't hear any leaks, because actually the guy who our other driver who drove me to that truck dealer, he says, "You want me to drive with you, behind you?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Well, in case something happens." I said, "No, that's not possible. 2 times in a row, the same, you know, like leak at drive." And he says, "Well, you know, stranger things have happened." And I said, "No, it's okay. You drive much faster in the pickup truck. Like, I don't want to get a ticket, so I'll drive slow." So he just shrugged and said, "Okay." But again, at least now I'm in the Freightliner, so I I don't have to deal with that trailer, because those ramps are really, you know, really a killer. It's tough, but it works in a pinch. You can pretty much deliver and pick up the same stuff I can pick up with this truck, with the Freightliner. But I like the you know, tilt and load bed, so it makes loading and unloading much easier, right? So yeah, those are the news. The news are my Freightliner truck is back on the road. The Durango is booked for a 3-day trip this weekend, and I checked how many kilometers the guy got, because I remember they recommended 400 kilometers a day, not unlimited, but 400 a day. And I see that they're giving him 1,200 kilometers. I'm like, wait, so Friday to Sunday, that's 2 days. But turns out, no, he the start is Friday morning. I think it's like actually like Friday 11 a.m. but he wants to return it Sunday later than morning, so it's automatically the system charged him for 3 days, you know. But yeah, it will be interesting. But yeah, I'm not gonna see the guy, right, because I'll be there early morning. I have to get back to work to be in this area in Northeast for 6:45. So I'll just drop off the car like 5 a.m. or whatever, hide the key somewhere, and I said, hey, I'll text or call you before the rental contract starts, and I'll need the photo, selfie, and I'll tell you where the key is. But again, I really need to talk to my friend from Montana, because he's like a professional. He has 20 cars that he does the rental with. So I need some tips how not to screw up, you know, my first time, because this is serious. You know, people count on you, right? Like this guy probably, because I see on the picture it's him with a girl. So this guy probably planned, you know, like a trip into the mountains or something, you know. People count on this vehicle. So yeah, I want to make sure it's clean, fully gassed. I'll leave the manual in the glove box. I'll print out all these documents that they requested, like the rental contract and the proof of insurance and the card with all the contact info in case something goes wrong. And yeah, I hope the guy is happy and leaves me a good review. So that's my new side gig. And even though the money now is kind of like laughable, but the good thing is that this is that passive income I've been dreaming about since forever. You see, like for me, I can make $200 Canadian in 10 hours if I drive myself, but that's 10 hours. Like here you rent the car, right? So the money is coming in, even though it's small money for now, but I'm just getting started. But while the guy is enjoying the vehicle, I can jump into my Jeep Compass and go do, right? So the passive income from the rental does not require my presence. You know, that's the best part about this. Yeah, it's risky, but look at all the rental companies that are in business, you know. You know, they all make money. They buy new cars and then they rent them out to strangers, and that's how they make money. All right, I made it to the base. Park the truck and go home and get the paperwork in order for the rental.